Sine Mora EX is an enhanced PS4 port. The original game launched on March 21st, 2012 for the Xbox 360 and has since been added to the PS3, PS Vita, Ouya, iOS devices, and PCs. Each one of these ports offered something new to the original package in some small form, but Sine Mora EX is a step beyond all of those versions. More on that later. First, let's begin with the story. Think of it like a 2D, more mature version of Star Fox. The world is inhabited by anthropomorphic animal pilots who are trying to prevent time from collapsing along with stopping an empire hell-bent on war and genocide. There are multiple characters introduced, and the narrative is told in black text before each mission and between conversations during gameplay. It's kind of oddly disjointed and thus hard to follow. The original versions of the game featured Hungarian voice acting authentic to the developer's homeland. It was a nice touch, but I am thankful there is an English option. That said, it's still incomprehensible and kind of up its own butt in trying to be edgy and thoughtful. Now, Sine Mora EX has all the makings of a great 2D side-scrolling shoot-'em-up. There are cool environments, lots of power-ups, gigantic bosses, and it's hard as hell. It's also unique in its own right, offering a few twists to the genre. For example, your characters have the inherited ability of bending time. You can slow things down to make dodging streaks of colorful bullets easier. In contrast, you're also stuck in moments of reality where time could collapse in on itself if you don't finish a part of the mission in time. This timer also acts as a health bar, which will deplete if you get hit and increase with every enemy you kill. This is all well and good, but it makes this game a lot harder, and I feel it's not well balanced. A normal bullet hell shooter is tough enough on its own, as dodging enemies is near impossible at times. In Sine Mora, not only do you have to worry about dodging enemies, but there's that clock counting down too. I have an anxiety when it comes to clocks in games. I just hate them. Aside from that, your time manipulation ability doesn't have a lot of juice, so it's barely noticeable in the game centered on this mechanic and concept. It's a weird dichotomy. I was able to finish the game, but I can't say I was exactly enjoying myself, especially during the latter stages. At least the game is short. As I said in the beginning, Sine Mora EX has a few new extras aboard, aside from a minor graphical polish and new voices. There's co-op. Should make the game easier and more fun, right? Nope. Your partner is in a tiny ball-like ship and takes damage away from your time bar, so now enemies have two ways to defeat you. Great. Not only that, but the abilities of your partner are severely limited. At the very least, it takes less damage, I guess, but I found the game more frustrating with a friend, which should be the opposite, right? All in all, you may find my view in poor taste. I mean, the original got a lot of high scores, right? I'm not exactly sure what it is about Sine Mora that rubs me the wrong way. Is it the incoherent story, or that damn clock? Also, the soundtrack, which should always be pumping in a shooter, is bland and moody. I know that's kind of Akira Yamaoka's thing, so with that knowledge in mind, why hire him for this type of game? It makes no sense, just like the entire game. Despite my laundry list of complaints, there are parts of Sine Mora EX that I love. The variety of the environments and ships are great, and there's no shortcoming of gigantic out-of-this-world bosses. The idea is sound too, but it's just not well put together. I willingly admit it might just be me, but I tried getting into this game on the Xbox 360, then the PS Vita, and now the PS4, and every time I just walk away shrugging. To those that like it, great! But this shooter just isn't for me. Did you know that was a ReActionExaminer video? If you liked it, you should subscribe to me to keep up with everything that I'm doing. Also, if you have some other interests, like sex for example, check out Tomops, which is a comedy sex podcast thing wherein my best friend and I check out the weird and abnormal and the erotic. And of course, you should support me on Patreon because, hey, I want to make the channel better and I want your help to do so. Plus, if you want to check out my writing, check out Game Jerk, where I have archives and new stuff for all projects, okay? You can find all the stuff and more in the description with the links below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time.